What up? I don't know what the F was going on there. My laptop's being a real bitch, but that's all right. That's what we got phones for. Back up. So I am here. No, it ain't. Eric Mitchell, it's not CPT. I was here, just having some technical difficulties. That's all. But that's all behind us now. It's water under the bridge. So, first of all, hello, welcome, good evening, good evening. Um, a lot of shit going on. Like you see, the title of it is "Oh shit." I hope that um, you can't hear the fan behind me. If so, you guys are just gonna have to bear with that shit because it is hot as the devil's taint in here right now. And being that I'm from the coast, summer is gonna be a fucking nightmare. I already know it. My wife and I already can't handle it, and it's been like 85 degrees. Arizona, you already know this is middle of the night to Arizona. People, if it was this temperature, I think right now it's like 78 degrees. If it was this temperature in Arizona, people's toes would be turning black. They'd be getting frostbite. They can't handle anything below 117. So here, I believe it gets 110. It can get up to as high as 115. Ooh. So, whatever. I guess that's why God gave us ice and AC. Tonight, I'm going to try to focus a little bit more on the comment section because it does go by so fast sometimes. So I do want to try to give people some shine who are in there leaving comments. So bear with me on that. Of course, before we kick it off, I got to show you where I can be found, where you can get my shit. Recoil TV, Rumble, Spotify, and of course, all green gear, new designs included. Got some heaters on the way, 20% off, promo code 1984, because that is the year we're living in, and not the real 1984. I would love to go back to the year 1984, but I'm talking about George Orwell, that 1984, which we should not be living in. So some of the shit I'm going to cover, so much stuff going on. Now, of course, Biden's laptop is real, it's solid, it's concrete. We'll see about that. We're going to talk about how we're being cheated out of a good Supreme Court justice. This is just they're just going through the motions. They already know they're going to confirm her, because if they don't, they're going to be called what? And Cuomo, he's back, bitches. That's right. Boy, you thought some sexual harassment suit could keep a New York sewer rat down? Huh? You ever seen a New York sewer rat? If you glance, you probably think it was a damn cat. Those things are humongous and they live off garbage, just like Cuomo. And Texas, Texas, like California, well, I shouldn't say the whole state. Let me take that back, because the overwhelming majority of Texas is all good. But you guys do have this rotting spot. You ever seen like a piece of fruit or vegetable, and the rest of it's good, but there's just one rotten spot? If you cut it out, you can save the rest. But there's a spot that's pretty bad, that's too far gone to save. That would be Austin. And in Austin, at an elementary school, guys, yes, an elementary school, they had a mandatory Pride Week. Now, we can already find things wrong with that statement, but it goes further. They told the kids, hey, don't tell your parents, huh? Don't tell your parents. That's between you and me. It's what, guys? Say the term that all perverts say in every movie and TV show you've ever seen in your life. Say it. It'll be our little secret. That's what they want. And, of course, the cherry on top. There's always a fucking disgusting cherry to put on top of this insane Sunday. This week, the cherry is Ukrainian refugees. Don't be surprised, people. Don't be surprised. You know it was going to happen. It's what we do. All right? It's what we do. It's our new MO. We step on the faces of the American citizens to uplift foreigners. Okay? Whether they be illegals that we allow to come herding across our borders, or if we allow some other country having some problems and we allow their citizens to come here, even though it would probably be best for them to stay closer to their home country and their culture, a culture that they know. No, 100,000 Ukrainian refugees are headed right here. Scoot over. We're already piled in the back seat. We're already like this. We already got one or two people having to sit on somebody's lap. Scoot your dumb, tax-paying, hard-working ass over. We got to make room for 100,000 more people that should not be here. But here they come because we care more about other countries than our own. Stop me when I'm lying, okay? Because from what I can see, they can say what they want. They're going to say what they want on the campaign trail, but I'm just going by what I see. And what I see is them not giving a shit about us. And if I have some time, or more truthfully, if I remember, I'll point out some of the stuff that I have here in my studio and what it means to me. But let's kick it off with a super chat, shall we? Wasted no time. This is from Cannon Baller 2020. What's up? I see you in the comment section quite often. I appreciate the support. Uncle Jericho, it's 18 degrees here in Minnesota. Oh, bummer. We're supposed to get a blizzard on Wednesday. What? Also, I can tell you what a woman is, unlike Miss Jackson. Yes, and not the Miss Jackson from the Outkast song. The woman who is supposed to be being confirmed. This is the preliminary grilling. This is the stress test. I mentioned this in my video yesterday. When you have things that are important, things that hold people, things that transport people, roller coasters, cars, buses, planes, shit like that, stuff to where we better get this right, okay? We cannot have a bunch of people dying, okay? So things like that, I'd like to think they get a little extra scrutiny. And they're going to weather test it. They're going to play with the temperatures. They're going to push and pull and try to rip it. They're going to find out where the breaking point is for this product, for this thing that's going to be transporting precious cargo. They put it through a series of tests, a battery of tests, if you will, to see what it's made of and what it can stand up to. Same kind of thing with this Supreme Court justice confirmation. Now, I'm not saying they need to pull that bullshit they did with Kavanaugh, with Brett Kavanaugh. And you tell me right now that Blasey Ford, the woman who was or one of the accusers of some bullshit that never happened, she looks just like Garth from Wayne's World. But I'm not saying take that route. That was disgusting. That was a waste, and it should have never happened. But I am saying turn up the heat a little bit. I want to see her reach for a handkerchief every once in a while. And, whew, pat the beads. Turn it up on them. See if they can handle the scrutiny. See if they know what they're talking about. Throw some case history at them. I don't know, but this is the time. Once they get in there, I mean, you hope that they're going to stay on the straight and narrow. You're going to hope that they're going to do what they said they're going to do and what you want them to do, which is easy, interpret the Constitution. But now is the time to turn up the heat on them a little bit. But the Republicans fucked up by on the very first day saying, hey, we're not going to pull a page from the Democrats' book. We're going to keep it down the middle. We're going to be basically saying, don't worry about it. It's not going to get too hectic. We're going to take it easy on you. So I can't remember, Blackburn, that's right. She asked her, can you define a woman for me? If you had her switch places with a 6-year-old, the 6-year-old would have answered that question because it's a very short list of things that make you a woman. Very powerful things. We're down to a scientific level. Chromosomes, the plumbing, what kind of setup you got? You got tits, you got a claim. You're a woman. There it is. But you can already see who she's loyal to. You can already see who's buttering her bread, who's stroking her back, who's fattening her wallet. The left. That was an easy one. She could have even found some down the middle of the road answer to please both masters. Those of us who believe in common sense and those of us who believe in crazy, wild, dumb fantasy shit. She could have figured that out. I like to think she could think on her feet that quickly in that situation, but that's not what happened. She repeated the question and she's like, well, I can't define that. I'm not a biologist. So you got to be a biologist to tell us what a woman is? Okay, biologist, what's a woman? But depending on who's paying those checks, depends on what they're going to say. You would expect a biologist to get up there and be like, are you serious? I came here for this shit. A woman is A, B, and C. I'm out. Drop the mic. I'm gone. But if that person plays for the left, well, it's a social construct. That's how you feel, and blah, blah, blah. And some other nonsensical, gibberish bullshit. But that's how it is now. The most simple things, the things that 10, 15 years ago, man, don't even ask me that shit. We already know. Snow is cold, sun is hot. Let's get out of here. But those very simple, basic things. And in order to be a society, and especially in order to interact with each other, and if you happen to get into a debate or a discussion, there's got to be a baseline. Because if we don't establish a baseline, we can't talk. It's going to go into outer space into some crazy shit. We got to establish a baseline, okay? Water's wet, it's dark at night, and meat cooked over a flame is one of the most delicious things on the world. Can we agree on that? Boom, let's move forward. But they're blurring those lines. The things that we know to be concrete, and by we, I mean the smart ones, what we know to be concrete, they're trying to blur that shit. They're trying to shake it up. They're trying to make it fluid, man. So she, as a potential Supreme Court justice, cannot answer the simple question of what is a woman? And here's the kicker. She is one. So she should be an expert on that topic. All right. Now, like I said, let's go back a little ways. Let's see. And yeah, let me know. Hit me with some questions. I mean, what do you want to know? How they get started? Fucking blah, blah, blah. You know, some of the sayings I came up with, whatever you want to know, let me know. Holla at your boy. Okay. Fresno in the house, one of the hottest places on earth. Let's see if we can get to some. Oh, I see back here, Eric Mitchell, Jericho CPT. That was funny. I was here though. Let's see. Good damn evening, Fergie Ferguson. What up? Good damn evening to you, Charles. What up? Joshua Tree. We're here where gas is $6.20. You got FJB. You damn right. What's up? What's up with that? Places that were cheap. It used to be California. Why are you guys trying to take our bullshit titles? Why do you want that? California used to be it's more expensive out there. You should see gas in California. You should see house prices in California. I don't know about some of them. Love from Texas. Annette, what's up? Appreciate it. I mean, some of the things California, is good for, but man, don't take the bad titles from us, but they sure are. But it's not your fault. It's that shaky-handed son of a bitch at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Prometheus, ask not. How am I? I'm good, man. How are you? Well, I hope. Georgia in the house. Georgia Peaches. Greetings from Japan. What's up? Domo arigato. Right? I say that shit right? I hope so. Hunter Haas. Excuse me. What's up, man? You're hilarious. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Audio is fine, probably because I'm doing it on my phone. Oh, and another thing, I do know about the mic situation. I'm working on it. I'm getting one. I will be solving the audio issues. Do not worry. Let's see. Noel72 says, Jericho Green, may I suggest not using two different titles next time? It's my third live stream, man. Give me a break here. Cut me some slack. Let's see. I'm trying to get to some questions. Wait, hold on a second. Let me go back. Oh, let's see. Common Sense and Wisdom says, hey, from Chula Vista, California. I was scrolling past. I thought it said, hey, from China. I was like, oh, shit. We got somebody in China. They let you hear shit like this in China? Okay, let's see. The Ferg. They said, Biden's perverted stood in front of a room full of United States soldiers in Poland and said that our Declaration of Independence we are asking these soldiers to defend is corny. Wow. WTF, you damn right. If I'll look into that, and if that's what happened, this is the first I'm hearing of this, and I don't doubt you, but I gotta do some homework, my due diligence. But if that's true, what a piece of shit. And you know what my video is gonna be like. So, I mean, that's terrible. It's not surprising, unfortunately, but those documents that they scoff at, those documents that they wish were put into a shredder, is what all this is built on. And just because we hear them saying shit like that and acting like that, don't let that sway you. They're fucking idiots. Those papers is what made America what it is today, and what makes us continue to be a beacon for the world. Because if America's doing good, the world is doing good. Jeannie K says Utah is warmer than usual. So Utah, you guys got some fucked up winters coming through there too. Alabama, Kathy T, are you a War Eagle or Roll Tide? Let me know. People are serious about that shit in the South. Let's see. Lucy Lulu says, is the black community going to vote for their masters again? Well, in a new world, in this non-woke bullshit, I would say no. But if we're going off of the past 60 plus years, yes, over 90%. And it's a fucking shame, because now in this age of information, if you can't see that it's a bunch of bullshit and it's a bunch of lies, and I don't know what to tell you, eventually we got to cut our losses and fucking move on. We can't keep hanging back trying to get people to figure this shit out and stop drinking the damn Kool-Aid that Jim Jones prepared for him. Oh, and Danny Montoya says, are those Jay Green replies to comments really you? Yeah, man. It has a little check mark next to it. And there's some little motherfucker in the comment section about some WhatsApp shit. That is not me. That's not my style. I don't do no WhatsApp bullshit. But yeah, that's me. Hell yeah. I got time to connect with people. You got time to comment. The least I can do is take time to respond or say something, in the comments. Yeah, Sweet Mama G. I know. She said you put your studio in the garage. Wait until Sac Valley hits like 98. I got a little swamp cooler, little AC unit I bought. We're not quite to those levels yet, but I am prepared. I used to be a Boy Scout. Okay, let's go. Let's get some of these super chizats out of the way. Hold on. Right, Kai Johnson, $10. Euro. What's up, Jericho? Thanks for keeping it real and saying what we were all thinking. It's nearly 2 a.m. over here, and time to hop in this damn rat race. Keep up the content. Hey, I will, man. And I appreciate, especially, overseas. There are a lot of people watching what we do and how we are doing. And a lot of this crazy woke bullshit is over there too. And we sent it there. We went over there infected with it and left it over there. Now it's permeating their government and their population. So, hey, Kai, I'm there with you, man. Appreciate it. And, get back in that rat race until they start growing that money on trees. We're going to have to do. That's what we're going to have to do. Okay, let me get some more out of the way. Bob K, MIT, 10 bones. Thank you. One old sailor to another. Keep it up, bro. That's right, shipwreck. That's what we do. The world's finest Navy. They don't call us that for nothing. And all I'm saying is, when the president or somebody needs some high-value target sniped out in his bedroom, or if you need to take 5 simultaneous headshots from boats to a bunch of pirates, saying, who do they call? In moments like that, you want the best. Bryant Lawson, 10 bones. Thank you. Says, Jericho, I apologize. I was one of many who voted for Biden. But since my eyes have been open, I paid $91 at the pump today to fill up. You know what, Bryant? Number one, thank you for being honest and admitting your mistakes. No bullshit. It takes some testicular fortitude to do that. I'll do you one better, Bryant. I spent $103? I posted it on my Instagram. I think I'll post it on my YouTube. But I took a picture of my total at the pump. It was like $103. It's fucking disgusting. And I'll ask you this, Bryant. You going to vote for him again? David Lovelace. Got my hashtag Greenpeace hat in the mail this week, and it's dope. Also, keep dishing out the red pill common sense. Go Navy. Hoorah. Thank you, man. Thanks for getting some merch. All that shit, I design myself. It pops in my head. I write it down. I send an email. They show me a picture. I love it. Boom. Hopefully it'll be on your backs and heads, especially with the summer coming. But thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Christian, what's up, you fucking hoser? What are you talking about? He said, hey, hoser, America's hat here, eh? Trudeau says hi. And don't forget, Jericho, if you didn't vote for Biden, you ain't black enough. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, man, that's true. That's what he said. And he said that to a woke black person. Now, woke or not, if somebody says that some dumb shit like that to you, you owe it to yourself and everybody else watching. Wait, hold up, bruh. What do you mean by that? What do you mean if I don't vote for you, I'm not black? Is my blackness, has it been boiled down? Has it been reduced? Did you make a demi-glaze out of my race and you boiled it down to voting for you? If that's what being black is, you damn right I'm not. Because we saw, how can somebody, I'm going back to, who was that? Bryant, I'm asking people like you, honestly, and if I catch you in the comments, you want to go ahead and answer this, I appreciate it. But how did people make the decision to vote for Bidenus Pervertus, our grandpa in chief, Mr. Hey, this isn't my ma. Hey, Macarena. All right. That guy. When he was running for president in 2020, there were a whole bunch of town halls and speeches and debates and shit like that. How could you look at that guy, no bullshit, listen to him talk for 5 minutes and be like, let's hand him the keys to the city? Let me know, because, and I know it's tough. I know once you hit your wagon to something, it's tough to admit, man, I fucked up. And you did a good job at that, Brian. You've done already. You admitted your mistakes. And I know it's hard to do, but how can you see his performance and still pull the lever for him, put a check mark next to his name on the ballot? I just want to know, because if I hand you an egg and you tripping, we tried a few times and you keep dropping it, I'm not going to hand you my infant. I can't. You can't handle an egg? I'm not going to give you the thing that means more to me than anything on this planet. I haven't been to another planet, but on this one, this thing means more to me than anything. I'm not going to hand them to you if you can't walk across the room with a fucking chicken egg. Now, Charles Turner Jr., Tim Bones, thank you. Jericho, what's your take on all the neocon talk in regards to Ukraine versus Russia? It is reminiscent of the bullshit 20 years ago with the WMDs and Saddam Hussein being linked to Al Qaeda. They're going to spin that shit however they want, man. However, it benefits them. And as long as you got all these people, and it's okay to be with the Ukrainian people, to stand with them, but it's not just that. They're talking about supporting the Ukrainian government. Didn't he just jail some people? What do you do? Before he jailed the people who were his opposition, I think he just did that again. That's not a good dude. Because his people are being bombarded with bombs and other munitions, that does not make him a good dude. That guy is a piece of shit. You can't do that. That's a dictatorship. But, they're going to spin it. They're going to flip it. They're going to cross the aisle. They're going to join the far left, whatever they have to do, because those neocons and those rhinos, man, those are almost worse than the left. And we all know how that the WMDs with Saddam Hussein, I used to hate when George Bush Sr. would say Saddam Hussein. We all know how that shit turned out, but they're probably going to try to pull the same bullshit. But are they horrible for pulling the same bullshit, or would we be dumbasses for believing it again? I don't know. Let's do a couple more supers, shall we? Wolfgang says, humans are just meat bags. Yes, we are. Hello from Belgium. What up? All the way over in Belgium. I sure appreciate that, guys. Let's see. Justin Pearman says, winter, you moving out of California. You know what? I've thought about that, but really we have a lot of family here and stuff. My wife really doesn't want to leave yet. So at some point I want to, and I know she does too, but when exactly, I'm not sure. But it sucks to be pushed out of your home, basically, to not be wanted in a place where you grew up, where you have roots. It's a shitty feeling, but if they don't want us in California, fuck you. And then Conspiracy Coffee. What's up, man? Salinas in the house. Hey, man, shout out to Coffee. That's my boy. We used to work at a radio station together. We were interns at a radio station. And yeah, man, street team, we used to go set up events. all kinds of crazy shit. We weren't always doing what we were supposed to, but hey, what's up, Coffee? I see you, man. Good to talk to you. Shoot me a text, man. Let's see. Let's get another super out of the way. Jerry Wilson, preach on, brother. Clearwater, Florida. Look, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Floridians, all right? Look right here because I'm talking to you. You are, oh, yes, you are going to let us borrow Ron DeSantis. I'm sorry. You can't. We're all out here starving, okay? The rest of the country all stuck in these liberal shitholes because that's what they are. Poverty, violence, mayhem. Okay, we're stuck out here on the perimeter, starving, stomach grumbling. You could play the xylophone on our ribs, right? And you guys are sitting there in Florida eating a triple bacon cheeseburger with onion rings and a milkshake, ketchup and shit coming down your arm, and we're just looking. Sorry, you got to give us some of that. You can't have that abundance, and we're out here starving. No, we're only gonna keep them for 8 years. You can have him back after that, but we need some DeSantis in the White House because what we have now is a fucking diarrhea sandwich. LDS German Shepherd Boy, 5 bones. Thank you very much. Says, hey, Uncle Jericho, big support for you here in Utah. What are some characteristics you think your daughter should look for in a man? Hey, great question, because a father in the home is some super important shit. We all know girls who did not have their father in their home, and it usually does not work out very well for them. But some characteristics that I hope and pray that she looks for is someone who respects her, someone who supports her, someone who loves her and protects her, and those are their main objectives. Those are their main parameters, is to respect her, love her, comfort her, protect her. That's my main thing. As a father, I believe when you have a son, you are teaching him what to be. And if you have a daughter, you are teaching her what to choose. So I hope that, and I've heard this question asked to men before, would you be happy with your daughter marrying someone like you? And I can say yes, because I love her mother, I respect her mother, and I protect her mother. And if I can get those 3 things out of whatever little motherfucker decides to come over here and marry my daughter, I'll be happy with that. If she's happy, I'm happy, because in order for her to be happy, those 3 main things have to be met. Because if one of them's missing, she ain't gonna be happy. I kept her happy over here, so I can't hand her off to somebody that's gonna fuck that up. But if they can do those things, hey man, I'd be over the moon if my daughter brought somebody home like me. I'd be, oh hell yeah, we're good. Take me now. I'm ready. She's in good hands. Let's see. Shout out. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. From Hayden Phoenix, Jericho. You should eventually have Candace on the show. She really supports you. Somebody told me. I think my wife told me that the other day. I had no idea. Believe me, if I have a chance to get Candace Owens on my live stream, I'll jump at the opportunity. But I didn't know that, or I did hear that before. But yeah, Candace Owens, you're more than welcome. Stephanie Kerr at Jericho Green, Rosine's in Monterey. Oh yeah, Rosine's is a spot. Especially for dessert. They got some cakes and cheesecakes and stuff that are off the charts. And she was on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives too. But if you're in Monterey, pizza, definitely Gianni's. Don't let nobody tell you anything different. If somebody tells you Gianni's Pizza ain't the best pizza in Monterey County, they're lying to you, and they should be cut out of your life. And for great seafood, the Monterey Fish House. If you want to drive a little bit, I definitely say Phil's Fish Market in Moss Landing. Worth the drive. Mwah. Okay. John Price, howdy from Abilene, Texas. I drove through Abilene, Texas one time. It looked like the rest of Texas, but shout out to Abilene. When I was 12 years old, we drove coast to coast from Salinas, California, all the way to Baltimore, Maryland. We took the southern route, all those damn states, and then we took the Midwest, went straight across the middle of America on the way back. And we were in Texas. We celebrated the 4th of July in Las Cruces, New Mexico. So we picked the hottest possible time to drive across Texas. And we stopped at a truck stop, and we had this van. It was like a 70-something van, good condition and shit. I mean, it made it there and back across America. It was comfortable as far as seating and bedding and all that shit, but it was missing something. What was it? Air conditioning. So we're driving across Texas, early July, no AC, took 2.5 days to get across. But we stop at this truck stop, and my dad throws it in park, and he goes to grab his wallet out of a little cup holder, and the mirror on the inside of the van, the glue melted, and it just slowly came down and fell on the floor. So that was my experience with Texas. Hot as fuck. Tulsa here, what's up? Tana Mathis, what's up? Appreciate it. Hope I didn't fuck your name up. Let's see. Let's do a couple more super, shall we? People are so generous. Hello from Orlando, Florida. Water Dreamer, what's up? You're the best. Thank you. How is that possible? How can I be the best when you're the best? Mario Edward, gas is about $3 here in New Zealand. Now, is that gallons? Because I know over in Europe, they be doing them liters and shit. And over here in America, the only liters we know about is a 2-liter bottle of soda. So is it gallons in New Zealand? I don't know. Greetings from Taiwan, Mr. T. Hey, what up? Let's see. Greetings from Monterey. So, Steph, I see you. I'm gonna read this for no other reason than the name, but this is fuck you. PHU space CUE. Love it. Kantanji gets in. I no longer abide by the law as it clearly has lost any sense of reality. Yeah, man. I mean, the crazy thing about the Supreme Court justices, I don't understand how they can get off course when all you have to do is interpret things that have already been written down. The paperwork is there. The Constitution is already there. Just interpret it for whatever situation you're dealing with. Bam. And any of these, federal, state, local government, Supreme Court, whatever, as long as you keep your eyes and attention on us, the American citizens, I know you haven't seen us in a while. I know we're at the top of your don't give a fuck list, but as long as you keep our best interests at heart, everything else will be fine. Everything else will work out. It'll fall right into place. Just remember, keep dancing with the one that brought you. Sons of bitches. Mob Poigitur, I hope I said that right. $35. Thank you very much. Galveston Island, Texas, baby. Much love, Jericho. Chip the Trip. I appreciate it. Gina Martin. Hi, Jericho. Hi, Gina. Horror Kid 88. Gavin, bang your wife Newsom. And in case you don't know, I got that from I read an article, and you can look this up, that said that he banged his best friend's wife. What a good guy, man. I trust you with everything. You're closer to me than a brother. Because as I've learned in life, family titles are exactly that. They're just titles. You can have friends in your life that you don't share blood with, that you can trust more than somebody you do share blood with. Because usually the ones who are closest to you are the ones that fuck you the hardest. So I've learned that. You don't have to have blood between people. So they're probably hella tight. Your best friend? You're my best friend, dog. I'll take a bullet for you, man. I'll give you my last. As long as they don't take away from my wife and kids. But I'll give you my last, man. And I come to find out you're getting your Twinkie stinky with my wife? I'm going to leave the room. You guys rock, paper, scissors, and decides which one of you is going to die. Because when I come back, that's what we're going to have to do. Because this is what you call the ultimate betrayal. That's why I call him that. Because he is a piece of shit. And Kathy Leander says, I'm not leaving California. I like to be crazy. It'll make you crazy. That's for sure. Danny Morian. I've never seen that name before. Love from Toongabbie, Australia. Crikey, mate. Look at the size of that crocodile. Look at the size of that pigger. What up, man? I appreciate it. Hello from Washington, D.C. Love you, Jericho. How are you staying alive, Christine Syntax, in Washington, D.C.? After you come outside, after you come in from outside, do you have to burn your clothes, or can you wash the stench of D.C. off of it? Just let me know. Hey, Jericho, can we have a story time? Ma Poigitur again. I don't know. Let's see if something comes to mind. Yeah, we can do a little story time with Uncle Jericho. I'm trying to tell you a story. Loving you in Michigan. DB, what's up? Oh, here you go. Got a little story about Michigan. So I'm overseas in where was I? I was in the United Arab Emirates, the UAE. You know where all the rich perverts go when they stay here and talk about LGBT rights, LGBTQ plus, and if you don't, you're homophobic. Da, da, da. But then they go on vacation in a country where what? You're gay, my friend. You're gay. Boom, off of a rooftop. Okay, but I was over in the United Arab Emirates and I had to come back stateside. So I take a plane from the UAE. This is like 20 years ago or something, but I'm pretty sure it was like an hour, a couple hours from the UAE to Kuwait. Then we sit on the runway in Kuwait for like 3 hours. And one of the cool things about the planes back then was they had cameras off the each side of the plane, the front, back, and looking down. So on the TV stations, oh yeah, and every seat, of course, had the TV screen in back of it, free TV. You could smoke on those international flights. You could drink free beer. And that was back when I smoked cigarettes. So I was living La Vida Loca in that damn thing. I had Heineken and Foster's cans all around me, smoking and shit. The flight was like half full. But they had cameras. So if you want to switch state, each station you switch to was a different camera view. And so we fly from UAE to Kuwait, Kuwait to Amsterdam, Amsterdam to Detroit, which is in what? Michigan. So this is February. So over where I came from, it was their summer. So I literally show up in a sleeveless Navy t-shirt, right? And man, I'm young and stupid as shit. And it didn't even occur to me to prepare for the weather that I was going to be dealing with because I thought it just didn't, I didn't think about it. Hot. It was hot in UAE. It was hot in Kuwait. And we didn't land, and in Amsterdam, I never left the airport. So we land in Detroit and we're getting in. We come down and I'm like, oh shit, everything's covered in white. Oh, February, shit. It's wintertime. So we're getting down lower and we're about to land. And I look out and you just see all these little mounds of snow about 5 feet tall, just thousands of them. And so I figured out that's the parking lot. There's so much fucking snow, you can't even see the vehicle under it. You just see a mound of snow. That's it. So I'm already tripping like, fuck, I got to step off the plane and into this shit. So, of course, they don't pull up to the terminal. This is Detroit. We had to park on the tarmac, get out and walk to this little plexiglass bus station. I'm shaking like a crackhead. So we finally get in the terminal. It's like, oh, shit. Fuck you, Detroit. That shit was terrible. But anyway, loving you in Michigan, too. I appreciate it. Audio is okay. Boom. Appreciate it. All right. Rachel. Hope I'm saying that right. $20. Thank you very much. God bless you and your family. Thank you. God bless you and yours. Oh, man. Peggy Thibodeau. Ooh, nailed that one. Never seen that name spelled out. I said, did you guys enjoy your popcorn looking at Cory Booker? Man, that was one of the things I wrote down to talk about. What the fuck is wrong with Cory Booker? When he leaves those chambers, there needs to be 2 guys in all white, 2 orderlies, and a doctor to have that dude looked at. What is wrong with him? He was acting like he was a 15-year-old girl standing in front of the Beatles in studio. Just smiling. No one, I'm not going to let anyone steal my joy. And I talk about this in a video that I'm going to upload after this, but he's talking about how this black woman stopped him and almost tackled him. And she just wanted to talk. She just wanted to touch him because he was in such close proximity to Ketanji Brown Jackson or Jackson Brown Jackson, whatever. I call her Jumanji. So because he's within 4 or 5 feet of Jumanji, this random black woman, while he's out jogging, just, oh my goodness, Cory, you were close to her. Let me touch you. Speaking of Cory and touching, what happened to his accusation of sexual assault? Just wondering. So he's talking about, like black women throughout the country have just been hit with this Jumanji Supreme Court confirmation wave. Just, oh shit, a successful black woman. Like they never seen that shit before. Like this is the first black woman to make it above slavery. There have been other successful black women in history, and I know some of them were conservative, so you hate them. But there's a lady named Condoleezza Rice. You might have heard of her. Jumanji Jackson Brown or whatever is not the first successful black woman in America. And he told her, you made it here just like every other successful black woman. Like just this blanket statement that just by virtue of being a black woman, you are perfect and you have it hard in this country. And the country just can't see the diamond that is underneath if they would just polish. If they would just polish the black women in this country, they will see the gems that lie under the surface. Shut the fuck up. Listen closely. Black women are not special. Asian women are not special. Mexican women, white women, any other kind of woman is not special. We are all the same. Now, women are special in the things they can accomplish and the things they can do being a woman, but their color doesn't mean shit. Your color is just a container. If I told you there's $100,000 cash wrapped in this homeless man's Depends, are you going to say, ew, no, I'm not touching it? Or are you going to get a clothespin for this, some gloves, and get after that 100,000? Why? Because it's just a container. It's about what's inside. And your color don't make you special for shit. Start treating people like they're normal, just like everybody else, and that's how it will be. You don't highlight a certain group that causes animosity. Get 3 kids, give one of them a lollipop. See the hate in the other 2 kids' eyes immediately. Because they can't have what that kid has. That's fucked up. She's not special because she's black. I don't know how hard she worked, but I imagine there was somewhere in there that made that where she worked hard, because here she sits. Now, she shouldn't be here because of her color or what's between her legs, but that's what we got. Look at who's in charge here. As loosely as I can use the term in charge. But because she's black, I don't mean shit. That's just the color of the container. A Ferrari, I painted a different color. It's still a Ferrari, ain't it? You still want to drive that shit, right? Stupid ass shit, man. My goodness. Oh, Stephen R. No problem. He says, say Loco Cortez. Loco Cortez, you motherfuckers. Her wool is so polluted. Check out my fucking baby, man. Oh, man, you talking about a 10-year-old and a 32-year-old's body. Crypto the dog. $10. I thank you very much for that super sticker. Bryant Wright, he says, really enjoy your outlook, stay strong, and hope your family are well. U.S. Army vet from South Carolina. Hey, thank you very much for your service. Thank you for putting your life on the line for this country, which just happens to be the greatest country on earth. Give me another one. Let's see. Chris Luke says, how did you connect with B. Tatum? He hit me up one time. He hit me up to be on his live stream, and his business manager hit me up. Shout out to Sky. That woman's on it. He hit me up. I went on his live stream. We exchanged numbers, texting back and forth, hitting each other up. And it's all good. He's given me a lot of knowledge. I went out to his book signing last November and actually met him face to face for the first time. Met him, ABL, Craig Long, Oliver Mack. And I got to meet his wife and his baby. He invited me to his home, so I definitely consider him a friend. But yeah, that's how I hooked up with him. He reached out to me, and I guess I came across his radar. And Jeff F says, Jericho, would you debate Amazing Lucas? Man is lost now. Yeah, I heard about that cat. I mean, yeah, if he wants to, yeah, why not? I ain't worried about shit. I'll debate anybody. I'm not afraid of what I know, and I'm not afraid to know more. I'm not afraid to learn from other people. So yeah, I'll debate with anyone. Someone had me on a discourse a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago or something, and he was totally opposite of what I believe. But we exchanged our beliefs and we talked to each other in a respectful manner. I learned a lot about him. I hope he learned something about me and what I believe. And I must say, a couple of times he was like, yeah, I don't have an answer for that, because it's unfortunate, but a lot of that shit on the left, damn near all of it is all emotional, and emotions change. Facts don't. Our emotions, we have a range of emotions of emotions all the time. Happy, sad, whatever the fuck. So those change, but facts don't. So that's what I stick to, and that's why I'm not worried about shit. So, yeah, man, whoever. It's all good. Let's get some more supers out of the way. CD says Binus pervertus. That's right, the sniffer of the young. Let's see. Susan Moliolis says, remember, Corn Pop was a bad dude. Man, just the shit he said on the campaign trail was just fucking gold, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Stuff. Oh, that dude is so fucked up. Okay. Larry Calandra, $2. I appreciate it. Much love from Buffalo. Go Bills. You know what? I moved to Buffalo with a buddy of mine. We got out of the Navy at the same time. Shout out to my boy, Tony G. We moved up to Buffalo. It was summertime. We were out on the lake, on the boat. It was fucking nice. Walking downtown. We used to go to this place called Mr. Pizza. They would deliver Tim Hortons, all that shit, right? I worked in Orchard Park, actually, where the Bills Stadium is, Hamburg, all that shit, right? And then this thing called winter came through. And Buffalo is on what we call the Great Lakes. And Buffalo is no bullshit. So it was almost like I had shown up to Buffalo winter wearing like a windbreaker. I just wasn't prepared. Growing up in California, and yeah, you can go up to Tahoe. That ain't no damn Buffalo winter. I was not prepared. My California skin was too damn thin. And I said, peace out, Buffalo. Go Bills. I don't know about that, but that's your team. Josh Allen, go ahead. So Horror Kid 88 says, dang, JG, dinner's ready later on. I feel you, man. I'm no competition to a hot plate. Okay. I get it. Do your thing, man. Trump's and JB says, Trump suing Hillary and crew. Good. This Trump, like he was when he was president, he was always at least 2 steps ahead of the media. He would talk about shit. They freak out, but then he's like, yeah, but I got you talking about it. Every little thing I've said in videos past, when he was president, even when he was running, he was walking on a bridge over piranha-infested waters. And every single little bit, he could take a razor blade. Remember Goodfellas when they were cutting the garlic? You'd see light through it. The thinnest little, he would let it go and it would float down like this, like a feather. Every little thing he threw to the media, they just fucking went crazy. They went nuts over it. He would say some shit that we all knew to be true, but because it came out of his mouth, they would lose their minds over it. He knew that, and he played them like a fucking fiddle. He's not done. The man's not done with them. Long game. Chip the Trip says, when will you tour? That's a good question, man. I got a speaking engagement coming up in November in Florida, actually. I'm going to get some more details before I go public with it. Hey, if the opportunity presents itself, and now that all these sweet and sour sniffle mandates are being lifted, and my wife was telling me about one today where now Hawaii's like, yeah, it's all good. No, we don't require no test, no quarantine. It's all good. The sweet and sour sniffles are gone. Come on to the Big Island, brother. So yeah, this shit lines up. Let's go. Amanda Park says, War Eagle. Okay, watch out. Might be some roll tiders out there. Patriot Southern says Biden wants that justice because of what is on his son's laptop. Yeah, true that. And you know how they want to do. They want to have 11 justices instead of just 9 because then they can pack it with their people. And then, yeah, shit like that will never see the light of day, which makes it even better that Trump got his 2 justices in there when he did. Speaking of justices, I hope Clarence Thomas is doing good because we need all hands on deck. Yeah, that's what it's all about. And and I'm not talking about too much attention, just the basic journalistic attention was given to that laptop, Biden would never be president because you can't be connected to something like that and rule this country, rule this world. You can't. There's too much foul shit on there. And I've said before, him being butt naked with girls and sniffing coke and all that, that's not my issue. It does. I mean, I look at it a little bit differently because who your father is and what he's trying to do. But all this shit with the Ukraine and the big guy and 10% and him and Biden over there throwing his weight around to get an investigation off his son's ass. No, I don't agree with that bullshit. And had that laptop had the proper amount of light shine on it, we wouldn't be in this fucking situation right now. Because if you think Putin was going to do that, and if you think our gas prices would be this high, and you think we wouldn't be energy independent, and you think we'd be dealing with fucking potential food shortages, you are out of your mind. You are nuttier than squirrel shit. There's no way this shit would be happening under Trump. No fucking way. How do we know? We had 4 years of proof. Ma Poigator, what's up? I appreciate it. Tim Bones. Hey, can we have can we have story time? Blessings abound to you and your beautiful family. Same to you. Stan Nelson says, Bills Mafia. Here we go. See what you started? Let's see. Fugazi Frog. I think he was talking to the Polish army. Still doesn't mean he's not a piece of shit. Okay. Like I said, I hadn't heard about that one, but maybe he was talking to, yeah, maybe their constitution or whatever is a piece of shit, but definitely not ours. But it wouldn't surprise me if he said that. Not at all. JL says the world might not give a fuck about the USA. They are done with the weird shit. And I can't blame them. But they can't be too done with this, because no matter how they feel about us, there are a lot of economies around the world, Canada and others, that depend largely on us. And not saying that they don't give a fuck about us, whatever. Who cares what Trudeau thinks? The Canadian people, yes. Him, no. I bet his handshake feels like a bag full of cotton balls. But they may not like it, and neither do we. Shit, we don't like this weird shit. We're done with the weird shit too. But they're connected to us, and they have to hope that we do well, because if we do well, they do well, and they exist. There are a lot of countries who don't have any military to speak of, and they rely on us. So, but I don't blame them. This is a bunch of weird shit. Patrick Algar says, "Go Buffalo." Uh-oh. See, you started some shit. Natterman says, "Yellowstone getting hotter." Misguided with the 20 euro. Woohoo! Look at you going live. Hello from Ireland. What's up? Hey, my wife, she wants to go to Ireland so bad. My brother-in-law, he wanted to go for his birthday, and I think there were like some sweet and sour sniffle mandates that were stopping that. But yeah, that's on the bucket list. Ireland's beautiful, and I like going to other places and I don't get me wrong, I love this country. I love learning about our history, but you know, there's countries that are just so much older, that were around so much longer before us, and the way life was, that kind of history and shit like that's always interested me. And one time, my wife and I and some other family members, we went to a silver mine in Nevada City, and my wife couldn't roll her eyes harder. She was so bored by that shit, but I was like, silver mines, go on. So yeah, I'd love to go to Ireland. Just a man evaluating stuff. Two Bones, thank you. Says, what do you think about Trump suing Hillary? Great. Anybody suing that monster is great, and he should. All the things that she said about him, and that whole Steele dossier and all that bullshit, the whole impeachment, that all that shit was based around, was because of her. If you put a black light on America's recent history, her disgusting, gnarled fingerprints are all over it. Good. I'm glad he's suing the dog shit out of her. She deserves it. She deserves worse than that. Let's see. Let's keep going, people. Let's see what the people want. Mike Farmer says, evening, Jericho. You speak my mind, dude. Yeah, I think most people think like us. It's just we're the very silent majority. And how in the fuck that this little tiny group, this tiny group of people got the loudest bullhorn we've ever heard and the tallest soapbox we've ever seen. How that happened, I do not know. And Alabama #1 says, love you here in New Jersey. What's up? David Hayes says we need a Jericho Green and Tommy Sotomayor collab. That'd be great. I like what that guy does. I like what he says and how he says it. I love his don't give a fuck attitude, man. He people so fucking mad, but they can never refute what he says. They cannot like it. They cannot like the way it sounds. They cannot like it coming from somebody wrapped in his packaging. But they cannot refute what he says, because it's all facts, and it's fucking hilarious. I mean, and it's funny because you look at somebody like him and the stories that he covers, and then you hear the things people say. Like somehow white people have a monopoly on killing their kids, or doing like real crazy shit, killing their parents. Nope, not true. Phyllis Sinopoli, hi from Orlando. We were just in holiday for spongecock or spongecock. I was thinking spatchcock. You know that or that chicken sponge dock fishing expedition. Orlando. So I was 15. We went to Disney World, and that was my first time going to Florida. But we made the mistake of going to Disney World in August. I think we got there August 3rd. And if you know anything about Florida, the sun is right here under the collar of your shirt during the month of August. And we get to the airport. Well, you're on the plane, so it's nice and cool. And we stepped. There was a little gap between the airplane, that little tube, whatever you walk down to get on there. And man, that was life changing. I never felt humidity like that before. I don't give a damn how hot the water is in your shower or how long you stay in the bathroom. That is not humidity compared to Florida. That was a shock to the damn system. And Florida, hey, I'd love to come visit, but I guarantee you it will not be in August. Let's see. Bull God says yes. Damn right. Okay, a couple more chickadee chats. Stan Nelson says more funny kid story shit, please, man. I got some doozies, man. I got some fucking doozies. Oh shit. I had some crazy times growing up. And me and my brother, he's older than me. He's about 4.5 years older than me. So of course he was a fucking asshole to me growing up all the time. And I hated him. But now, he's my best friend. That's my boy. But growing up, yeah, he was a fucking asshole. And I remember one particular time in life where I remember we were walking home from school. He was like 12, I was about 8, and this girl, one of our neighbors, and she was a girl. I was 8 years old, 8.5 years old, or whatever. Ain't nothing happening. The sparks weren't flying in, but for him, they were. And I remember her getting off the bus because we used to all go to the same school. Our elementary school used to be K-8. And he gets off the bus, she gets off the bus, and that's usually the point where we start joking with each other or running around or running home or whatever. But this time, he, hung back with her, and they were walking. He's holding her books and shit, and they're laughing. I was like, what the fuck is this? So we walked. It was a long ass walk. It was like almost a mile or something from our bus. So we grew up in a rural town. So we're walking home, and I remember he was ignoring me the whole way home, and I was mad as shit. And we get to the bottom of her driveway, and he like kissed her on the cheek or something, and I just got mad. I don't know why. If it was jealousy, like she was taking my boy from me. She was taking my partner in crime from me, despite the regular beatings and insults he gave me. I don't know, man. He turned around, and I just hit him. I hit him in his face, and I just took off running. I don't know what happened, and don't believe he caught up to me and beat the shit out of me for that one. But yeah, that shit fucked me up. Girl, if you're out there, sorry you had to see that, but you stole my brother from me. Anyway, Marxist says, Jericho, do you plan on moving from California considering how bad it is there? How about moving here in Chicago? LOL, free shooting in Target Range, and we have a mayor who starred in the movie Beetlejuice. I think she was Beetlejuice. Yeah, man, she's the sloth from Ice Age. I mean, yeah, I answered a little while back. I guess you weren't here, but my wife, we got family here. She doesn't want to go yet. So, but eventually I do plan to. But Chicago, no, that won't make it on the list. If I listed 500 cities in America, Chicago would not be on the list. Why? Because I value my safety and I like the low leg count in my body. In Chicago, it's hard to get around that. Let's see. Just a man evaluating stuff. 5 bones. Thank you again. What do you think about the Republicans putting up voting registries at gas stations? That's a great idea. And if it's legal, do that shit because that's the perfect time. People vote with their wallets. You know what I'm saying? They talk all the shit they want at their dinner parties and at work and whatever they want to do. But when that wallet starts getting hurt, when you get home and you pull your wallet out and you grab your wallet and you hear it go, I don't think I'm going to make it. Your wallet's hurting. That's going to change who you vote for. That's going to change your outlook. That's going to open your eyes. What do the OJs tell us? Money, 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 money. Despite what they tell you, green is the only color that matters. Green can buy freedom. Green can get you out, keep you from going to jail, and green can get you out of jail once you're already there. So that's the only privilege I want to fucking hear about. And as soon as people start realizing that anyone that tells them otherwise is full of shit, the better off we'll be, because there's no other color that matters in the public square other than green. If you got money, you'll be all right. Now, of course, health, they can't buy you that. Buy you just about everything else. Oh, yeah. Vogue's 55, you're right. Hit the like button, subscribe. You know, that usual YouTuber stuff you hear. All right, let's go some more chiggity chats. Let's see. All right. Inspector Dope says money does not buy freedom. LOL. Yeah, Juicy taught us that it does. JR Star says Booker likes to put his acting skills on display. I believe this dude rehearses his lines before these hearings. That's very possible, man. Because, and when I upload the video, I put a link in the description box. So if you want to torture yourself, you can and watch it. But it's truly hard to watch. It really is. I don't know if you've ever seen a movie or something so bad, or maybe you've been somewhere and you see somebody do a performance. I remember one time when I worked at the radio station, I had to be a judge at this talent show. And there were times that I wanted to turn into liquid and just slide down in my chair and slide right the fuck out of there because it was so embarrassing to watch. But yeah, that's exactly what that was. I don't know why they keep taking this dude seriously, why they keep allowing him to talk in public, but that shit was absolutely embarrassing. The way he talks about, oh, I went to a small black church and sister girl. Shut the fuck up, man. You are the human embodiment. You are Carlton Banks personified, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Why you want to go back in time? Why you want to, what was that TV show? Quantum Leap. Why you want to quantum leap back in time and be some kind of fucking revolutionary is beyond me. But I think that's what he wants to do. But the way he was talking to her was fucking disgusting. And if I were her husband, I'd be having to talk with him in the hallway because he verbally made love to that woman. So, let's see. Jacket Off Jim Jordan says, when are you going to prove Obama was born in Kenya? You know what? You know who started that shit? Of course, they blamed it on Trump. Hillary started that shit when she ran against him. That he was born in Kenya, the whole birth certificate bullshit. They blamed a bunch of conservatives for that. It was that fucking gargoyle. H.M. Landis says, I would never want to go to Chicago. Fuck that place. I definitely say fuck the West Side. There's got to be some good parts left because there are good people in Chicago. But the West Side, no, because every murder story I read, it's always on the West Side. Thank you very much. Ohio also passed constitutional carry, if I remember correctly. You're right, Kurt Nichols. They did. No training necessary, boom. And pretty much that's how it should be. You know, I have different views on violent criminals having access to guns, but if you're a law-abiding citizen, why the fuck not? You should get a free gun from the government every year. Every year. Why not? If you ain't doing nothing wrong, why can't I arm myself to the fucking teeth? Joe Manfredi says Biden likes keeping Black Americans in chains. You know what? He wouldn't do that if there weren't some Black Americans who liked being in chains. Who was it? Harriet Tubman said, I would have been able to get a lot more people to freedom if they knew, however, I don't want to butcher that. I'm not even going to try to say it. What I will say is, basically, what she was saying was, I could have helped a lot of more people if they knew that they were free, if they didn't want to be stuck on the plantation. They didn't want to go. They wanted to stay there under the warm blanket of everything taken care of for me. They didn't want to get out there and try freedom, to do it on their own. So yeah, he wants to keep us in chains, so to speak. But in this free age, in this free country, in order to be kept in chains, you got to want to be there. You have to want to bypass. We're in the information age. I'm old enough to remember a time that if you didn't know something, you had to go find a book or a magazine or somebody who knew about that shit. There was a time that we didn't have the world's fastest computer in our pocket. There was a time that we didn't know shit. Now there's no time not to know anything. We know it all. It's to a point now, if you're at home, you can talk to your fucking house, Siri, whatever. There was a time But now you know everything right now. So why you wouldn't want to know the truth about who you're fucking with is beyond me. So no, he couldn't keep us in change unless we wanted to be there. Like I said earlier, 90+% black folks vote for Democrats every time. I don't fucking get it. They've been screwing us for decades. Decades. Patriots Revenge says, I guess Bill Clinton's whole "I did not have sexual relations with that woman" turned out to be a lie. Yeah, that's what I did not. I remember how old was I? I think I was a teenager or something when it happened. I knew that motherfucker was full of shit even then. Orange Hulk smash. That's right. Cyanide junkie. That's funny. Daryl Howland says, my older brother helped break my left arm. Hit him with the cast later. Hurt, but worth it. Hell yeah, it's worth it. I'll tell you here. I'll tell you. I think I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. It's one of my favorites. I was 8 years old, and my Uncle Charlie, R.I.P. Uncle Charlie, he got me my first BB gun. It was a handgun. It was a Daisy BB gun. It was black. It looked like one of those Nintendo guns, but it had the handle in front. You pull the handle down, the little compartment in the back slides to the back. Drop your BB in there, push it forward, and that little arm would slam up like this in the front. And that was my BB gun. I took it with me everywhere. It's back in the 80s. And like I said, we lived in a rural town, so it was all good. I wouldn't take it in the store, but yeah, I take my BB gun everywhere. It's a fucking BB gun. You kidding me? I was so damn happy to have one. I take that shit with me. I slept with it. So my dad, and if I have the opportunity in life to have a little extra cash, one car that I must get is a 65 Riviera with hideaway lights. My dad had one, fucking loved it. So we taking out the 65 Riviera. We're going somewhere. We had a long driveway. We go down to the bottom of the driveway. My dad gets out to get the mail. Now, one important part of this story is I got to the car first, so I called the all-powerful shotgun. Every boy knows if you call shotgun, you got the front seat. That's it. Nobody disputes that. We used to do that shit into our 20s. Shotgun. That's it. Unbreakable. So I called shotgun. He didn't like it. So the whole way down the driveway, he's flicking me, hit me in the head and shit. My dad, as soon as my dad, I was waiting to tell this motherfucker. I couldn't wait. As soon as my dad gets out of the car, I said, hey, you hit me again, I'm going to shoot you with this BB gun. What does he do in classic older brother fashion? Hits me in the back of the head. What do I do as a man of my word? Even at 8 years old, I loaded that shit, cocked it. I turned around. He was in the back seat. I was in the front. I turned around and said, boom! Right in his face. Now, looking back on it as an adult, that was very fucking dangerous because it hit him right here. Could have went in his eye and blinded him. And I think it's still in his face. And so he starts screaming. My dad comes in. What the hell's going on? My brother, hand over his eye. He shot me. My dad looked at me, threw it in reverse. He said, whoa, up the driveway. Yeah, didn't hit nothing. Took my brother in the house, handed him off my mom. My mom's a nurse. She's, oh, come here, taking him into the trauma unit. And my dad says, get upstairs. Ah! So I go upstairs. A couple minutes later, I hear my dad. He must have been skipping a step. Boom, boom, boom. He comes upstairs, had that belt folded in half. The rest is history. I served 3 months for that. That was right before summer. I was locked down the whole summer. You imagine how shitty it is being in your room, hearing kids outside live out their childhood, and I got to stay in the house because of that fucker? That's what happens, guys. But I was a man of my word. I kept it, and I think the tide turned a little bit that day. But anyway, yeah, a little more story time for you. And John Robertson, 10 Bones, thank you, man. Says, what's cracking, brother? Richmond, California in the house. Love your channel, retired U.S. Army Ranger. Hey, man, look, I used to work, when I worked in down by the coast of Monterey, we had DLI, we had NPS, Defense Language Institute, Naval Postgraduate School. There was like some Navy weather stations and stuff around. We had some military installation. And when we would see airborne rangers come in, hey, or Army Rangers, are Army Rangers and airborne rangers the same? Forgive my ignorance. But when I see that patch, I'd speak to them. There were a couple of times, maybe some younger crew members, they didn't know, anyways, I'm not gonna talk about that. But anyway, they didn't know what that patch was. I was like, you know what that patch means? Hey, cold motherfuckers, man. All right, don't play with no Army Rangers. All right, I know I say the Navy's the best, and it is, but Army ain't no bullshit either. And my whole family, my brother, my mom, my dad, and a whole bunch of other ones were all Army. I broke the mold going Navy. But hey, a lot of respect for the Army. But you know what Army stands for? Aren't really men yet. Oh man, all right. Mom, Poigeter again, Tim Bones, thank you. As a member of our, we were able to bring home American children that Putin found with over 4,000 children from all over. They were immediately taken to the hospital. They are now reconnected with their families. Good. And you know, like the old adage, or not adage, but the old saying goes, when two elephants fight, it is the grass that suffers. So when you have these two countries going at it, it's the people. They're the ones running for cover. The president of Ukraine, who knows, he's hiding out somewhere. But these people, they're the ones running for cover, getting pulled from the rubble with, concrete dust on the face of their dead body and their children and shit. So I always feel for the people, for sure. But that's fucked up, and I'm glad that was done, because you're judging how you treat children, women, elderly, and animals. I believe that shit. Scott Ziegler says, howdy, Jericho and all. What up, Scott? Acting male says, good damn evening, Americans. What's up, man? I appreciate it. Brian Kamini, salty. Damn right. You damn right. Joe Manfredi says, does Biden swallow? I don't know, man. But I know what Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, would do with them, because she loves the old timers. Cannonballer 2020, I have 3 brothers. I was a tomboy growing up. Had to be. No dolls, no girly shit. They demanded me to be a tomboy. Exactly. But at the end of those tomboy days, you knew you were still a girl, female. Only 2 teams to play for. People, I know they keep trying to jack it up to 76, I think is the highest I've ever heard. But there's only 2. Make It Stick says, good damn evening, Americans. Thank you very much. Derek Robinson says, I would pay money to see you debate Biden. Jericho Green would destroy that sleepy son bitch. If not, move to Texas, run for governor, JG. JG is beloved in Texas. Thank you, man. Hey, I'll pay any price. If they said you could debate that fool, I mean, I don't believe in underestimating people, but there might be some underestimation there. I would still take it seriously, but man, like I said, going back to the 2020 debates, when he was running, it was there to see. It was there to see. I remember doing videos thinking, who in the fuck is voting for this dude? Or who's going to? It was just material after material after material, shit to talk about, where he would just say the most outlandish shit, and sometimes he wouldn't even finish what he was saying. How about that? He was talking about, I can't remember what the topic was, but he's talking about something that he just says in the middle of the sentence. Anyway. No exaggeration, people. He said, anyway. Now, if you're at home and you're talking to a male in your family and he trails off like that, you would check him for stroke symptoms, wouldn't you? You would ask him if he's smelling pancakes. But with the leader of the free world and the media firmly in his back pocket of his pants that I'm sure pulled up way too high. When you have that, when you have all the watchdogs sitting before you taking treats from your hand, that kind of shit just gets blown by. And if you say anything about it, you're what? A conspiracy theorist, a right-wing whatever. Just like with Hunter's laptop. People were getting banned. People were getting punished for saying that this thing was real. Of course, it was during the elections, so they couldn't have that shit bubbling to the surface. But it was Russian disinformation. You were connected to the Russian government. You were trying to take down this country. You were committing treason to say that that shit was real and the things it contained. Now that he's firmly in office, after a year, and this will probably be his undoing, this will be their excuse to get him out of the White House, to get him out of the driver's seat. But don't worry, we're not getting a better driver. We're getting a worse driver, because who is number 2? You got it, Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, the politician who went horizontal so her career could go vertical. Gag, 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 gag. herself would be in charge. Could you fucking imagine? You know what China and Russia would be doing? Let me show you. All right. Let me get in character. Here we go. Russia, China, Russia, China. Kamala's in charge. Kamala's in charge. Russia, China. Here we go. And scene. That was Russia and China if Kamala Harris is president of the United States. I said that out loud and it went, whoop, the tunnel vision almost passed out. Could you fucking imagine? Drunk driver, yeah. Hey, at least the alcohol could cycle through your system and you'll be sober the next day. At least that could happen. But he ain't sobering up from that shit. I don't think we are either. Let's see. Heels up. You damn right. Wheels up, heels up. Ask Mayor Willie Brown when he was mayor of San Francisco. That's how she became DA of San Francisco. She went horizontal. Her career could go that way. Ain't no bullshit. Let's see. Axe murderer. I like the way you spell that shit. Says, I'm ready for some of the idiots that rigged the election to start blowing the whistle. Let's see. If it benefits them, you damn right they will. Only if it benefits them, not if it benefits us. We're too low on the totem pole. We don't make the priority list. We're an inconvenience. Rachel S says, hi, Jericho Green, what's up? Oh, man. See if we got any more supers. Here we go. Upload vids, 5 bones. Thank you. Says, will you ever show a photo of your family or is that too personal? It is too personal. A lot of weird fucks out there. I can't vet them all. So no, I will never. I will never show pictures of my family. Like I think someone asked me that last time. I've uploaded a video on my Instagram of my son's voice because he was in the kitchen talking to me. So I just put my phone down and my phone was like filming the ceiling. You could hear him, and he's the cute, funny little boy that I tell you about. But no, I don't see that shit happening. But I will check this shit out. See, I told you if I I don't know. I don't want to flip this around and fuck it all up. But I'll show you. This is from this company in Southern California called Duromark Engraving. Fucking very talented. But they sent me this when I got 250 subs. These are some records that I got autographed when I worked at the radio station. Another thing a Duromark made for me, and you can see right there, there's JG instead of stars. That shit's tight. My little YouTube plaque for 100,000. That's a card I got from some folks in Florida. Shout out to Elaine at the Navy SEAL Museum in Fort Pierce, Florida. Forgive me for not remembering who sent me those badges. That's my boot camp picture. Division 227. Hoorah! Go Navy. I can see myself. You probably can't, but I see me up there younger and slimmer than I am now. And a bunch of dudes from SEAL Team 6 and SEAL Team 2 signed this flag for my son. I was going to give it to him, but shit's way too cool, so I kept it. I don't remember who made this for me, but that shit's fire. And, just stuff. B. Tatum's book. Somebody sent me the mark with me a couple fan books. Fan art. And that's my dad's picture up there. And his flag from his funeral. My honor cadet trophy. Some shit like that. I'm going to get my kids to come here and clean up for me for free. So, yeah, man. That's my little studio here. Let's get back to some question. Oh, hold on. Okay. Let's get back to some comments here. Laura V says, my husband is so jealous of your garage. Hey, carve out is 12 feet long, man. I marked off 12 feet, like basically the last 12 feet of the garage, and just made it happen, man. Happy wife, happy life. Give her, make her happy. Give her, I don't know what gift she likes or where she likes to go. Take care of her. She's in a good mood. Babe, I was thinking, boom, you got one too. Let's see. Yeah, A. Taylor says, don't put those beautiful kids out. No, don't worry. I won't. Because, hell no. People are too fucked up. Art Johnson, we know Green is proud of his family. Yeah, man, that's the greatest thing I've ever done. Greatest thing I've ever created is my family, man. It's fucking. I mean, it sounds cliche, but if you don't know, you don't know, man. Um, my kids, I'm beyond in love with my kids. What the fuck? What does this say? Hot girls and boys video. What the fuck? That shit is so funny. Oh man. Anyway, you ever get that shit? You get those notices on Instagram. It's like, hello, me love talk you, please. Like, oh, fuck up. Who falls for that? Somebody does. Somebody is falling for it. Somebody is falling for the dude who calls you, hello, my name is Martin. I'm calling you with the Bureau of Border Patrol and Customs, and all this shit, man. What's your name? Ain't fucking Martin? Get out of here. And one time, dude was like, I'm calling you from Washington, D.C. You know, D.C. Brandon Rogers, 5 bums. Thank you, man. He said, I seen a person driving a top-down convertible along with a mask on. What do you think about it? Man, my wife and I, we were going on a hike somewhere, and we saw this couple. The dude had a mask on, the girl didn't, and they kissed each other. What the fuck? I think that shit's crazy, and it's ridiculous. You're outside, bruh. You are in the warm, comfortable arms of Mother Nature. Take that shit off your face. It pissed me off, man, before this mask bullshit, the mandates was lifted. Sometimes my kids would come outside, and they would still have their mask on. And I'm not mad at them for wearing their mask, but I'm mad at them. And not them, and I'm not mad at them at all. I'm mad at the fact it was almost like it was they weren't tripping. They didn't even notice. That's what I'm mad at. I'm mad at the system that was put in place for my kids to not even notice that they still have their mask on outside. That shit pissed me off. Yeah, man, get that shit off your face. What are you doing? Christine Rose, Jericho, best channel. AZ loves you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Martha Young, my son-in-law is in the Navy. See? You know a good man for your daughter to marry? A Navy man. I'm just kidding. Don't use that as a measuring stick. I met some fucked up people too. Oh, just because you're in the Navy does not mean you are squared away, unfortunately. Sylvia Sanchez says, swab the decks. Yeah, I mean, we never had to swab the deck because we had that non-skid shit and it would tear up the mop. But, or I should say outside. But yeah, inside we swabbed many a deck. We busted a lot of rust. I remember going out one night in Puerto Rico and getting fucked up. And the next day, again, not thinking ahead, the next day we had to paint the underside of the M-frames with oil-based paint. So I'm hanging in a cargo net upside down, painting the underneath these M-frames, and it was humid. It was late June. It was humid as fuck and no wind. So the fumes are just hanging right here, wafting. We had to pull it together. Had work to do. I didn't eat lunch that day though. Jane Telluride. Sorry, I said that wrong. Kamala, that's right. As president, I don't see the problem. It would mean Biden is out, and she would be impeached in about 5 seconds flat because she can't make a move without fucking up. Yeah, but if she's number 2, then there has to be a number 3. And the number 3 is Nancy Pelosi. That's right. David Lopan, that liver-spotted demon who sits atop skyscrapers until nightfall. She's a gargoyle. So she would be up after that. And then if she's president, she has to have a vice president, and the vice president before, they're out. So who would she tap? Probably her fucking nephew, who is who? Gavin Bang Your Wife Newsom. So is Biden? Hold on, I'm gonna puke a little bit, gets caught right here. But out of these gaggle of turds, these 3 dumbasses, the ultimate 3 stooges, is Biden the best choice? Ugh, fuck, that feels weird. Weird to say. What's Mira Page's Jericho? The white chicks want to see big. What the fuck? People are tripping. Okay, wait till you get some grandkids. I know that's what my mom tells me. Mom was like, "Oh, just wait till you have grandkids. Wait till you have grandkids." That's not going to happen, Mom, because in order for me to have grandkids, that means no. My daughter's going to a monastery, is what I'm trying to say. Glenn Coburn says, I've been reporting those. Yeah, man, that shit's weird. I think it's fucking funny, but who falls for that? Jeffrey Bennett says, we got to quit depending on China to make our products. Make it in America. Good job, Jericho. I agree with that 100%. I agree that we should make things here in China. How can I think it's weird. There's two things I think are weird. I think it's weird that we buy so many things from a country that we don't like, that is our enemy. And I'm not talking about toys and shit like that. I'm talking about medicines, medical equipment. I think that's fucking weird because I think if you're buying it, it's like going to your enemy's restaurant. You don't see what they're doing back there to what they're about to give you. But I don't like that, and I don't like the fact that we allow China to buy up property here. I don't like it. It just doesn't make sense to me. That's our enemy. It's like seeing after a football game or before a football game, these guys are talking to each other and slapping hands. What the fuck? You're about to go to battle. Don't talk to me, motherfucker. I don't care if we do know each other or we went to the same college. You catch me away from here, off the field, away from the stadium. I ain't your homeboy right now. I'm about to put on equipment that tries to keep me from getting brain injuries. That's how hard I'm about to hit you. So no, we have nothing to talk about. With China, you're our enemy. I'm not going to let you buy up. What the fuck, man? You going to let China buy up farmland here? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you let our number one enemy on the planet buy up land in our country? That makes zero sense to me. I think we should tell China, no. We'll give you your money back. That's our, I mean, selling, damn land. That's so damn stupid. And we think because these people are elected or they go to these schools or, their offices and their cars and their security that they're somehow smart or smarter than us? Fuck no. You dumb as hell. There's no way that we should allow our enemy to purchase our property. Farmland, nonetheless. You want to buy some property? Buy the fucking alligator-infested Everglades. You can have that. Only the KJV Bible says China's been buying up land around military bases too. How fucking stupid is that? How stupid is that? You're going to let our enemy buy up land near a military installation. That is so damn stupid. That is so damn stupid. KD says China and Gates own all our farmland. People should be in prison for that. That's another thing. I thought Bill Gates was the Windows guy. I thought Bill Gates was the Microsoft guy. When the fuck did he start weighing in on world events? When did he start having an opinion on pandemics and how they should be handled? And there's another pandemic on the way. And what would happen if we run germ games, like war games? What would happen if an enemy were to open or disperse smallpox into a population? Like, that just sounds sick. That sounds like some shit you want to see happen. That sounds like you think less of normal people, the poor people, and you want to see us die. That's just like some sick shit. That's just what it seems like to me. When the fuck did Bill Gates become this world authority that people listen to? I know you got a lot of money, but you're a computer guy. Now, if you want to tell me about a computer, man, I'm all ears. I wish I had 2 more ears so I can hear everything you have to say. But if you're talking about pandemics and world events, no, shut the fuck up. That sounds weird. You're doing some deviant shit. I remember as a kid, who was it? Rachel S. says, I went through my house looking for all products made in China. Mostly everything is made in China. This is all bought before the pandemic. Yeah, I remember as a kid. What did every toy you have say? Made in Taiwan, made in China. It's been like that forever. But buying up land near military, that's just fucking stupid. Like, what realtor was like, yeah, okay. And yeah, no, you can have this. Well, you could, yeah, with a pair of binoculars, you can see that military base. Yeah, no problem. Oh, you want to buy up all this farmland so we needed to grow food for ourselves since you own the property? You can say no. Yeah, that makes sense. Fuck out of here. Peace Music says, woke Disney now has, hold on, I lost you for a second. Here we go. Woke Disney now has Brokeback Mountain to promote LGBTQ. No joke. Hey, and what's up with all those people and those Disney employees getting busted in that child porn sting or that child trafficking sting? You mean to tell me there's perverts that work at a place that caters to children? Fucking disgusting. And the way they oh, let's have a moment of silence. That's what the language. A moment of silence is for death. Not because people that are hurting about a bill that's passed to protect children in Florida. Hurting. When the fuck did we become so weak? I'm not hurt by that. I don't think about that. Does it change my mood? Might piss me off. It's damn sure not gonna make me sad. And then after I'm done talking about it, I'm not gonna dwell on it for the rest of the day. What do you mean hurt? Make it sound so fucking weak, man. Charmin, damn soft. The smartest thing to do is buy property. Yeah, we should. But not let fucking China. Who's that dumb? Walt Disney was a pedophile. I remember that in the Walt Disney show, he'd sit on the edge of his desk, talk to America. Talk to the kids. Donald and Tulsi. Lee Rhodes. you might have something there. That's a very interesting ticket. Because yes, she's a Democrat, but she is, and everything about her is not perfect. But one thing that I've noticed about her, a quality that she has, is she can see the bullshit on her side too. And I think the fact that she's in the military helps her see it from a different point of view. She's been one of the people, and this goes for, and that alone doesn't make her a good politician, because there have been politicians in the past who were in war, and just the fact that they were in the military did not make them a good politician. But from what I've seen, I think that's an ability that she has. And I like one thing I'll always be a fan of her for is the way that she handled Kamala Harris on the campaign trail. She was like, yo, you're locking all these people up for smoking bud, and then you're fucking joking about it. So I do like that about her. I do like that she called that shit out. That was nice. And to see a Democrat who's not completely fucking nuts, that's a breath of fresh air. Martha Young, exactly right, JG. He just got out of the Navy. Better be good to my daughter, of course, or else. My ex-husband told my son-in-law that he didn't have to worry about him, that he had to worry about me. You damn right, you don't play with Mama Bear. You fuck around and have a tag on your toe. I remember seeing this video. These dudes are going down a river, and I think they were going hunting. They had their camos on, and they're going down a river, and you could have spit on the shore. They were so close to it. So it must have been either a real narrow river, or they were just mostly or closer to one side. They could have spit on that shore. It was right there. And this mother grizzly bear, big as shit, comes charging out of the bushes, and she was on top of these dudes like that. And luckily one of the dudes was falling back, and he got a warning shot off in the air, and it startled the mother bear and kind of snapped her out of her kill mode, and she kind of just went back and ran away. But it turns out there were some cubs in the area. You couldn't even see them. You couldn't even see the damn cubs. And that mama bear came out of there with one objective: to take life from whoever is in front of me. And she could have done that shit very easily. But them dudes, they had to cancel that hunting trip because they had to go back and change their damn shorts. Trucker for Freedom, Vinny, $20. Thank you, man. I sure do appreciate that. Appreciate every damn penny, and I mean it. King Boo, Zion says Trump Owens. Oh shit. Yeah, that'd be a good one too. I would love to see the ass whooping that reporters and other candidates would receive from Candace Owens, because that woman is going to be, one thing for sure, prepared and well studied and well versed, and it's going to be a problem. I believe that there's no one more better prepared for a debate than a black conservative, because you get it from all kinds of different angles, and you got to be on top of your shit. And I know that she would be. Trump is my president. What up, Jericho? What up? I wish he was. Interesting thing says, hi there. Question: why don't you at Jericho Green think about running for president? Oh shit. I would definitely do that after my kids were grown, if that would make a difference. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know that I would make it that far because of what I would say. Because I'm just so sick. And maybe it's uncouth. Maybe it's not what you're supposed to do. Maybe when you run for president, you're supposed to be a certain way. But I would want, and I know, and I guarantee you, I promise you, that at some point I would, on the campaign trail, I would grab the microphone, I would lean in real close and say, "Fuck you." The nerve of you to try to sling mud on me. You're a piece of shit. You don't care about us. Your track record and your voter record speaks to that. You're a piece of shit. So if I could stay on the campaign trail after saying that, then maybe I would make it. But I would pull no punches. I would tell them, "Oh, you guys are fucking scumbags and you're crooks and you're crushing the American people, the middle class. Fuck you." Oh, that would feel so good. People say take the high road. I don't know. I've set up nicely into this low road. I think I might buy some property here. My man Raccoon from Japan. Is it my boy? Damn it. Hold on. Mark? Is that Mark? If it is, I hope so, man. If so, shout out to you, man. But he says, do your AOC for for your boy in Japan. Even though I did it already. If this is the dude I think it is, of course, man. Even if it's not, fuck you. Rocco Cortez, you motherfucks. Her womb is so polluted. She can have my fucking baby, man. Every time that shit makes me laugh. I don't know how many times I've done it, but that shit's hilarious because she's a fucking dumbass. Glenn Coburn, again, go JG. Thank you very much. Mike C, thank you, my man. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who's been here, taking time out of your fucking life. You could be doing something, I don't know, more fun than this, and you choose to spend your time with me. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Jay Dubson says you're too good for that job. I don't know, man. Somebody got to clean that bullshit up. And, hey, fuck it. If I made it that far, shit, I'll do it. It'll be a more different president than you've ever seen. That's for damn sure. I would. Oof. Like again, it's me and Jim. I knew it was, man. Shout out to you, bro. I hope you're doing well. Because he's somebody who's like-minded. He's over there in Japan. I've talked to him before and watched his videos, and he talks about how it is being black in Japan. Not that it's a bad thing all the time, but just the cultural differences. And he has his head on straight, man. He has kids, and he's teaching them the right shit. So shout out to you, man. Good hearing from you. Let's see. Angela Bonner says, I watched you on Megan's live, so I subscribe to your channel. Thank you very much. Shout out to Megan McGlover. That girl, she is hilarious, and she is very smart, very intelligent. She was also at B. Tatum's book signing in Arizona. I got a chance to meet her, hang out with her. And we sat around smoking some cigars, chopping it up, talking about shit. It's nice. If you guys, if you're from a liberal shithole, then you may not have this opportunity very often, but it is truly a breath of fresh air to Atomic Tabasco. Yes, she is. But it's truly a breath of fresh air to be around people who are like-minded and speak to them about whatever you want and not worry about their feelings, how they might take it, or them saying crazy shit. And you almost want to go back to that liberal shithole because, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So you almost want to go back to that liberal shithole just so you could come back and talk to that like-minded person again and have that feeling. It was fucking great. Baron von Paul says Trump Jericho. Oh man, I don't know. The fucking country might implode if me and Trump get on the same ticket. But boy, if the planets align, watch out. Like we used to say in the Navy, stand by to stand by. Yeah, that would be fucking crazy. But it was awesome to meet her and speak with her and be around like-minded people, like-minded, intelligent people that you want the rest of the world. You wish you could stick a microphone in front of them for the rest of the world to see. Like here's what it really is. Here's what it really means to be conservative. Here's somebody who is black, who happens to be black and is a conservative. This is what we're like. We're intelligent. We're smart. We're not these bootlicking coons you make us out to be. And that's another group of people I'd say, fuck you too. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me. He says, dude, Aqua Dick. That was so freaking funny. Yeah, that's what I called what's his name? Leah Thomas. That's what I called him. I call him Aqua Dick because I saw this meme and it said Aqua Ma'am, and I was like, nah, that don't really capture the essence that I want. But and then I thought of Aqua Dick, and I'm like, perfect. You think that would create? You think he wouldn't be winning all those races? The drag that it would create because the dude does have a dick. But I guess I didn't slow him down because he won a championship over a real woman. But it's the world we live in. Cannonballer 2020, Tatum, Owens. Hey, I'd go for that. With you as a press secretary, oh man, I'll do a way better job than that fucking ginger turd. And I guarantee you the press conferences would be a lot shorter because they wouldn't want to stand there and get cussed out for the horrible job they're doing and the horrible representation of a journalist that they're giving us. There was a time when we could, dare I say, trust the media to a certain extent. They were our watchdog. We were out living life, raising kids, working, doing whatever, living life, whatever that entailed, we were doing it. So when we tune in at 5 o'clock, we could find out what our government's been doing, what they're trying to sneak past us. You know, what's going on. But now they're working together. They're working with the people they're supposed to be watching. So how tough can you ask them to be on the people that they're working with? This shit ain't going to happen. They're not going to give you the real because they're in bed with them. Here's where we are now. The media is a fucking joke. Fucking assholes. You can't believe them. Okay. Ups and Brown says, yo, JG, what about Officer Tatum as president, ABL as VP, and you in charge of the military? Let's go. Shit. I mean, there'd be some countries the sky would be blackened with drones. You wouldn't be able to see the sun. And if you act up again, these drones will release their ordnance upon you. Fuck around. Fergie Ferguson, JG on standby for a good FU. Yeah, it feels good. It feels real good. I'd shout that from the mountaintops. Fuck all you monsters trying to fuck our country up. KKW, Tim Bones, love to all the JG crowd. Thank you very much. Mom's Jeans too, Tim Bones. See your stickers on the beer fridge every time I grab a cold one. Good. Keep doing your thing, Mr. Green. Hey, that's all I'm trying to do, people. All I'm trying to do is make it on the fridge, okay? I'm just trying to be next to your kids' elementary school artwork. If I can make it there, I'm done. Take me now. I'm on the damn fridge. That's some important shit. Because everybody don't make it on the fridge. 50 Caliber says, Jericho, have you seen Samson's rap A Quick Word? No, I have not. I have not. Eject says, oh, no, not Aqua Dick. That's right. You better run. You better run. Here comes Aqua Dick. Let's see. Joe Beard Bear. Here we go. It's kind of convenient that Ukraine is being tore up and Hunter is about to be investigated for corruption. Yeah. Where are they gonna gather evidence from in the Ukraine? Nowhere. I'm sure it will have been conveniently destroyed in the bombing. I'm telling you, Hollywood, get all them fucking dirty, disgusting perverts in Hollywood, put them in a room, guns to their head. They couldn't write this shit. Couldn't. Truth is truly stranger than fiction. Talon 52 says, JG, how many conservatives are there really in California? Must get out. There are some, man. I've said before, you get away from the coast. For some reason, whether it be East or West Coast, if you're near the water, people are fucked up. I don't know if their pH balance gets off or whatever. But if you get away from the coast, you start getting inland, you start getting like where I'm at, where you got all these orchards and people are working. There are a lot of conservatives in California. But again, we don't get the loudest bullhorn or the highest soapbox. But we're here. We are here. And when you see it, when you've experienced the shit I've experienced and you've seen this liberal shit go on for this long, and then you come to a place like this, man, it's like that scene from Shawshank Redemption where they're on the roof and they're tarring the roof and they get one cold beer, and the way that they sit down and that first drink a little bit spills out, it's just ice cold. That's what it feels like to go to a conservative spot in California. Fucking oasis. JR ? 20 bones. Thank you very much. California AB 1623, Assembly Bill 1623. Please take a look. I sent you a message on Instagram about it. I'll check it out. Right, when you start looking into the Senate bills and the all these laws and shit that your states are trying to push through, especially these assembly bills and stuff, especially in California, shit is sick, and it makes you wonder who even proposed this. Who even proposes these? How do they even get to a point where they're named and numbered? This shit is disgusting. Let's see. Pamela White says, potty mouth Jericho, communicate carefully. Don't worry, I will. Craig 1974 says, I wonder if Saki is red all over. You go ahead and find out. Let me know. I do not. You tell me, man. Martha Young says, Raggedy Ann be looking raggedy these days. Yeah, she's getting worn out. She's getting worn out. Good. That's what you get up there espousing that bullshit. All right, we get a couple more supers in here. I'm gonna have to get up out of here, guys, because tomorrow my son has another T-ball game, and it is our family's turn for the snacks. So we get that shit together, get out there early, play a little catch with him before everybody shows up. He's doing good. My boy, he's a good little T-ball player. You know, once he gets his stance right, you know, hands together, bat off his shoulder, elbows up, all that stuff. Man, he's all over. So I can't wait to see him do his thing. And mental medalist wife 999, thank you. A doctor friend of mine told me she refuses the jab and Virginia is going to let her go. She told me that biolabs were blown up to hide evidence. Hillary Killery and Pig Losi at it again. For sure. I'm telling you, this is some spy shit. This is some shit that you see in a movie. This is some shit where the name Jason Bourne is in the title. Blowing up evidence and shit? What? This is real life, man. Let's see. Baron Von Balls at Jericho Green. What is your favorite meal? Oh man, I mean, you know, they're about to throw the switch on me, and I get a last meal. It's going to be a runoff between spaghetti, hot or cold, either way, or meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and peas. I don't know, man. It's just been a favorite of mine my whole life. And some ketchup with that meatloaf? Don't you fucking judge me. Yeah, I put ketchup on my meatloaf. Delicious. That shit was so good. I love some good meatloaf. And there's bad meatloaf out there. Believe me, it's possible for somebody to fuck up a chunk of meat. Yes, but man, two of my favorite meals right there. See, look into Fauci's super sketchy financial ties. That's what I'm saying, man. Baron Von Balls, isn't he like the highest paid government official or some shit? Like, how could that be? Why? Why give him so much power? He's unelected. Why was he given so much power? It's fucking disgusting. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Christine Rose says exactly. Fauci moved to China. Yeah, please. that way you can espouse all that horse shit. Go. Let's see. Bob K, MIT. I sent a couple of recommendations for MODs. Please go check out for sure. You send them to me. I'll check them out. Eric Davidson says Philly cheesesteak. Is that one of your favorite meals? I'm down for a Philly cheese, but I don't like the peppers. Not that I don't like bell peppers. I just don't want them in my Philly cheese. Meat, cheese, onions. Let's get out of here. That's what I think. And which place is better in Philly? Aren't there like two competing cheesesteak places? Which one should I go to? You tell me. All right, folks. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for taking your time. That's the one thing we cannot get back. Thank you for spending some of it with me. Hold on. Talent52 says JG needs some new summertime merch. Believe me, it's coming. I got eight or 10 new designs. Today I was writing down some 4th of July merch that I'm going to have designed. There's some heat coming. All right. So have your sunscreen. Get ready for this heat. Thank you, everybody who super chatted. People work hard for their money. And when you share some of it with me, it is greatly Appreciate it. Thank you. And we will be back here next Friday. I think I'm gonna do 6:30 from now on. It feels like a good time. Thank you very much. Peace out. Don't fall for the bullshit. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. I know that they live in the same country as us, but they are not for us. Don't forget that shit. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.